And we are here with some good friends of the of the Officer Ministry with Youth from Marian University. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. But one thing that we have in common is our passion to form youth protagonists to help our young people be servant leaders today, right now. As Pope Leo said, you are the church of now, not just of the future. So how do we prepare our young people today so they can lead now and continue to learn and grow in the future? So I'm going to let them introduce themselves, maybe talk a little bit about, I know you have a program in the summer that's very similar to our Youth Co-Leadership Protagonism Initiative. I know it's very long. So why copy, as in why copy anyone else when God has made you unique in the world for a unique mission? And I know you guys have something very similar, which is why we're such good friends. Who are you? Yeah. Why are you doing this? What's the passion behind this program that you have in the summer? And let's go from there.
Awesome. Thanks, Mariceli. My name is Patrick Verheily. I serve as the executive director of our San Damiano Scholar program at Marian University, which is the original program that started helping equipping young people to be leaders, lay leaders within the church. And then came along our Missionary Disciples Institute, which is what Billy runs. And it's something that I was a part of when we first got started. But really the passion is about equipping young people to go and make a difference in the world, right? And doing that through the church. So thrilled that you guys are here and we have this opportunity to talk with you.
Yeah, and as Patrick said, my name is Billy. I'm the director of the Missionary Disciples Institute. In similar language to YCOPY and our programs, Mariceli and I work together to bring a lot of students from Archdiocese of Philadelphia through the National Eucharistic Congress on our pilgrimage here, and just blessed to continue to work alongside you and alongside the Archdiocese in forming youth, preparing youth, not just for the future, but like she said, for the work of the church right now. And at Marian, we bring together a lot of the wisdom of our faculty and our staff, along with our college students that are mentors. They're the MCs, the face of it. And leading them through reflections, and we bring in keynotes, and it's a great week, but we're looking to expand and offer a little bit more outside of just 1 week.
And it's really amazing because one of the things that you guys did for us when we were looking, we saw the program that you were hosting for the National Eucharistic Congress for young people and from across the nation. And I called up and I said, Billy, I have a program. We're running this, actually not a program, it's an initiative, right? It's meant to initiate something that continues on. We have this initiative. The difference is we have adults that walk with young people. Are we good to bring our adults? And his reaction was like, absolutely. There's something very unique and beautiful about your ability to host, your ability to see the need in the church to form young people. What would you say is something that is key in that formation so that it becomes lifelong servant leadership, not just I did a project and then I'm done?
I think one of the most valuable things that we have learned at the Missionary Disciples Institute is the cross-generational and how important that is to have people at different stages of life, different stages of their faith, walking with young people. And so we just had this conviction that young people need to know that there are other people that have walked maybe in their footsteps before, may not know exactly what they're going through, but can navigate life with them and help them to live the faith through the various things life's going to throw at you. And so that's a conviction that we have as far as formation.
Yeah. And I think to elaborate on that, a lot of times when we talk to youth and we're working with youth, it's trying to encourage them like you have a voice, you have a role, you have a place right now. But it's with this cross-generational formation, it's our track leaders who have been in ministry for decades and have been doing ministry that are now inspired by the youth today. So it's not just that the youth need the church, it's that the church needs the youth. I know as a youth minister, and before I became the director for this program, I was just in youth ministry, working at the parish, and the elderly that got the privilege to walk alongside, to get to know youth and hear their stories, hear their passion for the church and their hope and optimism of the future. I think that's where the church needs to lean in more, and that's what I think Pope Leo is challenging us to do as well.
I absolutely agree. And one of the things that we continue to share in our office for those that are part of our formation, whether they are formal, I call formal minister with youth, or just someone who has a heart for young people, who wants to engage them and walk with them and accompany them, that's the big piece, right? That it has to be intergenerational. Young people actually want those that have walked the walk and talked the talk to walk and talk with them as they engage in that journey of faith, because they do see and they do understand that they don't know all the answers. They want people who are willing to walk with them, to grant them answers in a compassionate, loving way, in a way that's honest and truthful, and in a way that's loving and showcases not just who Christ is, but who also Christ wants them to be. And I think that's really important, as you're saying, when it comes to how do we engage and continue to make sure that it's a lifelong discipleship that we're forming and not just an event, a one-stop shop.
Yep.
And for our adults that are watching, you don't have to have 50 million certificates. I mentioned this earlier in another one of our live broadcasts. You don't have to have 50 million certificates and degrees and all these things. If you have a heart for young people, there are places like Marian University, there are places like the Office of Ministry with Youth and many others who are willing to walk with you and help you so that you can really effectively walk with young people.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. Yeah, and I think even in building on that, it's helping young people and to find the community that continues to walk with them. I know you have a mentorship program within YCOPY. We have college students who we call mentors, but what we try to do at MDI is really pairing their youth ministers with the youth that are on this developing mission plans that want to go back to their parish to serve. How is that bridge? How are we getting them to lean into community more so that they're not like left alone? That I have this mission, I have this desire to do something, and it's like, good luck. Have fun. And they're like, but no one's here to help keep walking with me and guiding me and showing me. And so if that's peers, if that's other ministers, or it's you who are watching that are a parent of someone who's in high school, or maybe all your kids are graduated from high school, but you still have a heart to walk with students, you have an experience, you have a witness in your own story, your own testimony that I think the youth need to hear. And they need the inspiration from you too. So.
Amen to that. So if you want to find out more about Marian University and the Missionary Discipleship Program, you can visit them on their website. You're more than welcome to find out information there. If you get a little lost, it's okay. You can also contact the Office of Ministry with Youth, our office, because we're friends. We'll pass on information. We don't hoard or hold information that way. We'll pass it on. We like to share the faith. We like to share the opportunities that exist for our young people to become whom the Lord has made them to be. So thank you guys so much for being part of this live broadcast. We came for coffee because they're offering coffee, and right now at this point, like, coffee is a thing and we need it. Let's take a look at the barista station
Wonderful
over there.
baristas over here.
There we go. The baristas are over here, and you can see the line continues to form because we need it, because we're not spring chickens anymore. So, but thank you so much, guys, for journeying with us, for being part of this conversation. And any last encouraging words to whether our youth or our adults back in Philadelphia? Besides the fact that he has a jersey that he wants to showcase for all of you. There we go.
Not only does he look like Jason Kelsey, he's got the jersey today too. Just kind of what I was saying before, encouraging you at the Missionary Disciples Institute, if you're an adult and you have a youth that you think is ready to take that next step, is ready to dive deeper, get to know their faith, on our website, as you probably have seen through this live stream, you can nominate them. I think a great way to let youth know and encourage youth is people in their community see them as leaders, see them as people of deep faith and are the future of the church. And so nominating them is a great way to help them recognize that. And our application's open December 1st. And we'd love to see youth from Philadelphia come out to Indy.
Awesome. And we have all sorts of opportunities. We have that one. We have our Youth Co-Leadership Protagonism YCOPY as well. The second cohort just kicked off. The third cohort begins next year. So there's lots of different ways and lots of different ways in which we can actually engage our young people in leadership. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you
for stepping in last minute as we came to get coffee. Thank you for the coffee. Again, these opportunities for our young people exist thanks to grants and thanks to donations from people just like you. So this Giving Tuesday, or if you want to right now, you can. If you want to support these experiences of leadership, of discipleship, of encounter like NCYC through scholarships for our young people, please give to the Oh My. This is where all the dollars go for our young people to be able to be who the Lord called them to be. Continue to follow us in all our social media. Continue to share it. Even though today is the last day, it does not mean that it is the end. If anything, this is just the beginning. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you very soon with more live broadcasts.